صباح الخير جميعا، حلقة جديدة مع رحلة نجاح بودكاست. الأسبوع ده عندنا ضيفة جديدة. الأستاذة نرمين مكي، جلوبال ترانسفورميشن اكسبرت. هي هتشرح لنا أكتر دورها ورحلتها، وهنتكلم بقى على كل الأشياء، كل الرحلات، كل السيت باكس، كل التشالنجز بتاعتها. انا حابب طبعا اقول لكم انكم ما تنسوش تعملوا سبسكرايب ولايك واكتبوا لنا ريفيو على ابل بودكاست. صباح الخير يا نمي، ازيك؟ إيه الاخبار؟
صباح الخير مهند، ازيك؟
عامله ايه؟
Thank
تمام
you for
الحمد لله.
having.
It's a pleasure والله ان انك معانا على البودكاست. و قبل الريكوردينج كنت بتشرحي لي يعني your area of expertise وكده. أم، خلينا كده يعني as I always say نبتدي برحلتك عشان نعرف وصلتي في البوزيشن ده ازاي، والتشالنجز والسيت باكس اللي definitely you faced. ودايما انا I'm very proud ان انا دايما يبقى معايا female leaders وفيميل entrepreneurs وستارت اب thinkers وكده، لان انا I believe greatly يعني in female power. I'm going to say it power يعني معلش. ان بصراحة you do amazing work all around the globe في مصر وفي الوطن العربي. يعني my hat is off to you ladies. وحضرتك in specific يعني.
Thank
اتفضلي.
you very much, Fana. Well, we make two on this call, and I'm a big supporter of women empowerment and women in leadership in business as well. I think I could say, I live up to that, and I help others live up to that as well.
Okay.
Maybe talking a bit about my journey or my experience كمان so far. يعني the journey always has a personal side to it and a professional side to it. Let me start with the professional first.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
I'm 20 plus years of experience. Most of it was in people and culture.
Mhm.
In different organizations, multinational organizations, different industries, ما بين investment banking, oil and gas, telecom, agriculture, and finally ended with 13 years in pharmaceuticals. It's been, how would you call that? It's been a rewarding journey, I would say.
Okay, okay.
لأنه لأنه you build experiences, connections, networks, and you also help others to grow along the way.
Okay.
Uh, when it comes to the global piece, يعني, after until 2018, I used to work in people and culture and regional roles, and
Mhm.
then I decided it was time for the next step, and this is when I tried to explore and step into global roles.
Mhm.
So I became a global change manager with the organization I work with in pharma, and then I moved to global transformation and capability building.
Okay, okay. So global transformation capability building معناها يعني عشان برضو الناس تبقى فاهمة what we're talking about. هو it means the culture of the company, correct? You put policies و procedures for improving or making the culture more friendly, more open. مظبوط كده؟ مظبوط الكلام اللي انا بقوله؟
More or less, that's part of it. So when
Okay.
you talk transformation in general, it's a whole business transformation, operating model transformation.
Mm.
Part of that is one of the key elements is people capabilities and culture.
Mm.
So when I was part of the team leading people capabilities and culture,
Mm.
you are designing that in a way to serve the business needs and the purpose of the company and the vision that we want to achieve by 2030.
Okay.
So you design the culture to be more, yeah, more to be the culture that would deliver that, the leadership that would help deliver that, and at the same time, the people would belong as well. So when we design the culture, you don't design it in isolation,
Mm.
and you don't equip people with those capabilities in isolation, but you
Mm.
actually co-create with
Mm.
people so that
Okay.
they would own um, this as well.
طيب هو يعني ايه اللي خلاكي تدخلي او تلاقي نفسك في الكالتشر او البيبل capabilities or transformation what يعني what made you take that path يعني لان النهارده بنتكلم على الكالتشر I think 20 years ago, if we're going to say the time you started working, I started working, الكلام عن culture transformation capabilities was not really there في الريجن بتاعنا يمكن في أمريكا وفي يوروب maybe it was there or started to be talked to بس عندنا ما كانتش لسه واضحة يعني. So what made you go into that area يعني؟
That's a great question.
مم.
Thank you. Um, culture, people are the heart of any organization in Muhammad.
صح.
You could have as many policies, governance,
مم.
business structures زي ما انت عايز.
مم.
But if the people are not the right caliber, if they're not engaged, if they
مم.
don't have a sense of belonging, if they're not driving that transformation
مم.
and they own it and they're part of it, then transformation fails.
مم.
If you don't have the right leadership behind that transformation, sponsoring it as well,
مم.
again, transformation fails. You need to have the right leaders also walking the talk
مم.
behind
مم.
that. So I
Okay.
think if you're asking what took me there,
مم.
I always have the passion for people.
Okay.
So at some point back in my career, when I was head of HR for the Middle East, they used to call me the people lady.
حلو الاسم ده يعني obviously you are a friendly face where I think maybe people you disarm them with your smile or something maybe that's why they call you but maybe عشان كده يعني
No, I do care for how people feel, how
مم.
they're engaged, how they grow, how they develop. And I always stand up for what's right.
مم.
Um, so kind of being the people's voice and at the same time being the organization's advocate as well. So it's just finding the balance
مم.
of and the thin line between being the people's voice and at the same time going ahead with the business needs.
you're on the right podcast يا نرمين لان احنا في الاخر انا وانتي we have the same purpose ان احنا inspire people to change for a better version لنفسهم ان دايما ياخدوا كل الاوبورتونيتيز المتاحة ليهم وبالذات يعني انا بالذات بشوف الجنريشن الاصغر لان الجنريشن الاصغر يعني have the passion وعندهم رغبة ان هم يتعلموا and they have all the tools that we didn't have growing up يعني او work starting our careers يعني سؤال بس برضو حابب اعرف talking about generations هل انت شايفه ان the move of culture awareness لان النهارده الشركات في دبي وشركات في مصر هي still لسه مصر لسه بعيدة شوية بس there is يعني a movement يعني للculture awareness. Do you think ان الجن زي الجنريشن الجديد هم دولت the fuel that pushed organizations to reassess their culture?
A lot of organizations are definitely reassessing their culture, and when you talk about culture awareness,
مم.
there's a lot of elements involved. يعني أنت بتشتغل ساعات في local affiliates وساعات بتشتغل على global scope فبيبقى في people coming from all around the world with
مم.
different cultures, backgrounds, beliefs. There's always a context.
مم.
But for sure, the generations, the current generations أو Gen Z اللي أنا عايشاه مع أولادي every day.
Yes, same here. Same here. Every day.
They are so much privileged than we
Mm,
were. And
mm,
they are exposed. They have everything on social media. They are more inclusive for
mm,
sure.
mm,
وده برضه بيفرق آم، في السيت اب او الاببرينجينج او السراوندينجز اللي حواليهم يعني
mm,
people who grow up in multicultural environments و diverse بيبقوا more inclusive عن
mm,
وaccepting عن الناس اللي هم مثلا they lived all their life in one
mm, mm,
country or so on.
mm,
And it depends as well. So organizations, I guess, are the same. You
mm,
instill the culture you want to see. You want people to live. So you design that culture with the people, and
mm.
then when you make that kind of the DNA of the
Okay,
organization.
okay, okay.
Yeah, so Gen Z could definitely help shape that, and I
Mm,
think they are more open and accepting to shape that. بتلاقي إنه resistance دايما بتيجي
mm.
من
من
maybe people like yeah مش
ال...
عايزة أقول baby بس يعني
لا ما
after
تلاقيش
that.
انا اولادي بيسموني الديناصور بالرغم ان انا I don't see myself ديناصور يعني I'm into technology وانا من وانا قدهم as a teenager I never lost it يعني I'm always up to date يعني ودليل ان انا بعمل بودكاست which is a Gen Z thing يعني هم اللي ابتدوا حكايه البودكاست والكلام واليوتيوب والتيك توك وكل الحاجات دي this is a Gen Z thing so يعني I don't think in a dinosaur but that's not the issue
No, no.
ف
This brings me to a very important point يعني thank you for saying that لأنه it triggered something. Uh,
اتفضلي
I'm really I do believe in that big time إنه
مم.
continuous learning is the only way to go, right?
مم.
Like أنت النهاردة you could be easily outdated
صح
whether as an individual or as an organization.
مم.
You can easily miss out on new skills
مم.
or trends or things that are happening around you in the ecosystem or external environment.
مم.
حاجات انت محتاج تتعلمها عشان تعرف تواكب اللي جاي
صح
والfuture.
صح
I think continuous learning is part of any culture, يعني for a culture and for an organization to be successful.
مم.
You need to instill organization continuous learning as a mindset. يعني
as a
مش
as a mindset I agree بس برضو يعني مهما يعني انا يعني I will I'll be a little bit يعني tough على ال people نفسها بس لو there is an organization that's doing everything to change the culture ولكن ال individual نفسه بيقول لك كالاتي: لا، انا عايز الشركه تعمل لي flexible hours، عايز الشركه تديني work life balance، عايز ما hold on. work life balance، الشركه مش بتديك work life balance. it's you who need to prioritize your responsibilities. لان ما فيش حاجه اسمها يعني work life balance. And there's no company on earth, no matter how culturally diverse, will give. uh, what I'm saying is ساعات في ناس مهما هتعملي لهم برضو they will not be satisfied. انتي as someone in the HR و people person, what would you do مع الناس دي يعني؟
Uh, First, I need to make sure إن احنا we are creating the right um, um, conditions for them to thrive. And
مهم.
انت يعني you need to create the right conditions for people to thrive. You need to
مهم.
give them the right tools that would enable them.
مهم.
And you need to create the right systems that would support that, or develop the right systems that would support that. And you
Okay.
need to also create a psychologically safe environment where
مهم.
people could learn,
مهم.
experiment, challenge without the fear of making mistakes or being judged and so on.
مهم.
فأنت, if you have that as an organization and you
مهم.
still see people who are not blending in,
مهم.
وان هما دايما رامين كل حاجة على ال organization, then you need to look behind the root cause. Is it a prioritization issue that they have
مهم.
مثلا؟ انت you
مهم.
created, let's take the flexible hours example. انت
مهم.
بتقول you've created مثلا one day from one day a week work from home. لأن
مهم.
احنا عارفين it before, at the time of COVID,
مهم.
people discovered working from home.
مهم.
At the it's more productive.
مهم.
It had its own challenges, but some people preferred it
مهم.
compared to going to the office every day.
مهم.
النهارده organizations are they rent offices, they pay cost, وعايزين
مهم.
الناس ترجع على المكتب وعايزين يبقى productivity back يعني back to normal.
مهم.
ففي شركات لغت ال flexible working خالص، وفي شركات they still provide you with 1 or 2 days work from home or
مهم.
whatever.
مهم. مهم.
Have that in your system with the flexibility. You trust the employee, building the trust and they will looking at their productivity,
مهم.
not the number of hours they work, or how many days they show up.
مهم.
And still they are not convinced, then this is the time when you need to look into الانفلونس بتاع ده على بقية الناس. وهل لو هو عنده prioritization problem, did you help him with that? Did you
Okay.
teach him the right, did you give him the right tools to enable him prioritize, or did you work on the mindset? You need to do all the things that you can, but at the end of the day, like you said, it's an
مهم.
ownership
Okay.
and accountability.
Okay. And يعني في شركات اصلا، انا اشتغلت في شركات كبيره كتيره، بس انا اكتر حاجه بتضايقني ان موضوع الميتينجز والتايمينج بتاعهم. انا I don't know why. يعني I'm not blaming companies، بس I always feel ان ال companies like to do meetings after working hours، برغم ان انا بشوف ان يعني انا بالنسبه لي انا I'm a mornings person. انا الانرجي بتاعي بيبقى فول الصبح. انا على بعد الظهر محتاج تو ريتشارج، يعني محتاج اروح ارتاح، اريح شويه كده، وبعدين I go again. فانا بالنسبه لي الشركات و this is what I say in training يعني الميتينجز اللي هي بعد الشغل دي either this is something المدير عايز بس ياخد يعني كريدت كده وشو يعني، او it's a culture and and people can't change it, and I find it a waste of time لان احنا they waste time اصلا during the day يعني نشرب القهوه وندردش ونشوف الكوره حصل فيها ايه ونشوف السياسه حصل
آه.
فيها ايه
Sure.
والاخبار. فباي ذا تايم يعني I noticed this يعني وانا بشتغل في كوربتس انا كنت بروح الساعه 8 والناس كانت تبتدي تشتغل باي 10. انا باي 10 اكون خلصت اصلا الايميلز بتاعت الاسبوع كله يعني. انا باي 10 كومبليتلي يعني لان ما بيبقاش فيه اي نوع من ال interruptions. So why is the culture يعني in دبي وفي مصر وفي a lot of countries it's not a culture thing. ليه culture of meetings لازم تبقى بعد الظهر؟ ليه ايه الكونسبت يعني؟ and do you try and change that مع التوب مانجمنت تقول لهم hey why do you need the meeting اصلا؟ number one, is it important? Can it be said in 10 minutes? Why not do it in the morning? Why should it be a formal thing مش يعني كذا حاجة يعني. فأنا عايز أسألك بس as a transformation capabilities expert يعني what do you see the reasons behind it يعني.
Well, thank you for the question, and I think you answered that as you were asking the question when you said, "Is it a
Okay.
culture thing?" Cultural thing for sure. لأنه لو culture النهاردة إن اللي بيشتغل ساعات أكتر هو ده اللي بيشتغل the person who is working hard and that's how they want to be perceived. So leader لما يقعد التيم بتاعه بعد ال working hours عشان يبقى اسمهم هم اللي بيشتغلوا بيتأخروا ف just to give the impression that answers it. لو النهاردة ما فيش حد بيقول إن that's not right and people are not productive at this time of the day وكده في فرق ما بين same norm and individual preference, right? انت قلت انا I prefer working early morning صح؟ ممكن حد تاني prefer يشتغل من 10. This is the time when he is most productive, right?
Okay.
So what companies need to do is to give that individual flexibility. ان كل واحد يعني في ناس بتحب تبتدي يومها بدري بتخلص بدري، في ناس بتحب تبتدي 10 وتتأخر شوية. لكن as a company culture أو norm in general المفروض إن أنت بتلتزم بال إن أنت في end لل working day بتاعك. Everyone wants to stay after that أو يعمل شغل بعد كده. Maybe this is the time when they are most productive. Maybe they like to do their emails and connections, and then this is when they want to sit on something, they block the last 2 hours of the day to do that. Or maybe this is the individual preference. Like in culture أو كشركة, it's not the norm إن أنا expect منك أو إن أنا I don't respect that you are human. إن أنت عندك maybe a family or things to do or hobbies or sports or a life. You have a life after work.
Yes.
Definitely it should be part of the culture and it should be part of setting expectations. ولو في فرق كبير قوي ما
اتفضلي.
اللوكال والجلوبال cultures في الحتة دي. I worked in both.
Yes.
And I've noticed وتعلمت حاجات كتير قوي من global cultures. يعني احنا بنشتغل مثلا Sunday to Monday to Friday لأنه زي عشان I work globally ف Monday to Friday. فبتلاقي إن احنا Friday which is مثلا في local cultures المفروض يبقى Thursday لو في مصر أو لو في السعودية أو لو في حتة الويكند فيها Friday and Saturday. Some people just block it as a no meeting Friday. So that's the day when I try to يعني هي بتبتدي ب prioritization mindset freedom empowerment for me as an employee that's coming from what my company set as expectations and culture. And then I can block my calendar on Friday without the fear of being judged or being retaliated against. فاهم؟ وأقول أنا I don't do meetings. So you have from Monday to Thursday and I can take all my meetings, right?
Okay.
and so on. But there's an element of expectations in culture, and there's
مم.
an element of individual preference and productivity.
انا عندي سؤال كده عجيب جدا وانا at the beginning انا قلت لك how you asked me how it's going to go on انا قلت لك احنا هنبتدي نفتح في مواضيع you will not expect the questions يعني. بس انا كل ما بتتكلمي كل ما it pops up اسئله كده يعني I never asked so of. بس خلينا نسأل why are women so good in culture transformation versus men. انا I have nothing against men عشان الناس اللي تسمعني تقول ده بيحب الستات. انا لا this is an observation from someone who works very closely مع women. I do work with my men but I work very closely with women and that's what I observe. I could be wrong. ف what do انت رأيك ايه يا نرمين؟ ليه الستات اشطر في حتة الكالتشر؟ Is there something different يعني؟
It's a tough question, Mohanad.
Okay.
It's a tough. I need to be very careful about
and
how I
very
answer.
diplomatic. انا قلت very diplomatic ده بس.
Yeah.
بس هو ده سؤال يعني I'm wondering يعني is it because women are more in tune with their emotions فبيحسوا are more empathetic عن men. Is it that is it that element
Uh,
maybe?
well, I would say إنه يعني أنا my manager who I learned a lot from and he was the chief transformation officer, he's a
Mm,
man.
okay.
وهو يعني أنا اتعلمت منه كتير الحقيقة.
Mm,
فما أقدرش أقول إن أنا أقدر generalize
mm,
ده، بس
mm,
أقدر أقول لك إن women by nature they are givers.
mm,
Some of them are more emotional, somehow they put themselves in the shoes of others, or
mm,
the impact of anything on others, how it will make them feel. And that's why probably they bring that element into transformation.
okay.
الحتة الايموشنال دي
Mm,
وده نتيجة لأن women by nature they are playing so many roles, right? Including
a lot of
being
roles.
a
Mm,
mother, including وده بيبقى فيها برضو حتة EQ و emotions و how
mm,
they handle kids and so I think it's yeah by nature yes
mm.
لكن مش generalizing yeah.
Okay.
Culture كمان right? Because there are cultures where women voices are oppressed,
Mm, mm,
where they don't have the right to speak up or they cannot really be that vocal. There
mm.
are cultures where women are empowered. So I think culture also here plays a role.
Would you think, do you think في مصر women are being empowered to speak up أكتر الفترة اللي فاتت؟
Yes, for sure. I would say in the past it wasn't the case
Mm,
خالص.
mm.
وفي culture تانية في بلاد تانية الموضوع فيها أصعب بكتير. بس
Okay.
في مصر things in the past are definitely not the same like nowadays.
Mm.
Nowadays women are more empowered.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
still a lot to be done.
Mm,
بس النهارده انت بتشوف في مصر all over بعد السوشيال ميديا والجروبس و women empowerment groups وناس بتتكلم people are being vocal about things ما كانوش يقدروا يتكلموا عليها in the past
mm,
right like in Egypt for example حاجات
mm,
كتير بتشوفها في النيوز وعارف إن الناس زمان كانت it was a taboo مثلا they couldn't
mm.
talk about it. But nowadays they bring
Okay.
it up and
انت قلتي لي انك انت بتعملي الكوتشنج سيرتيفيكت وكده يعني. السؤال how is coaching incorporated into culture مع ال culture transformation؟
um, coaching in general يعني
مم.
أنا throughout my career I've been informally coaching that
مم.
given my role بقى as people in culture
مم.
mentoring coaching whether with leaders
مم.
peers colleagues and other women who can't find their voice. So I've been doing this informal and I
مم.
studied. Coaching plays a very important role. Become the best version of
مم.
themselves.
مم.
Coaching plays an important role here. And to help people when it comes to cultural transformation, and you could coach resistance and change as well. You could understand what's behind that.
اوكي اوكي
وcoaching in general supports an organization to move forward لأن أنت بتنقل
مم.
يعني coaching is different from mentoring, right?
يس
Mentoring أنت بتدي حد advice but coaching is you help them discover
مم.
themselves. You help them step into their best potential and become who they are. So that would help them thrive, and accordingly,
مم.
organizations would thrive.
اوكي اوكي talking about mentors وكوتشنج مين المنتور بتاعك انت يا نرمين وانت لما دخلت الفيلد؟
That's a very good question. And I need to say, my mentor most of my life has been my late father,
اوكي
who passed away. He was my role model and he was my mentor. When it comes to in the organization itself, I would say my mentor early on in my career has been my first manager.
اوكي
And she stayed with me for a while after I changed organizations as well. She was really inspiring.
مم.
She was an example for um, a walking inspiration and
اوكي
women empowerment, courage,
اوكي
كل حاجة.
تمام تمام وكان في انا ما اعرفش احنا جاوبنا على السؤال ده ولا لا، بس هو انت كنت في الاول كنت بتقولي
And
في
experts as well, guru يعني.
آه كان في حاجة بيرسونال في الأول خالص كنت بتقولي لي. نرمين؟ آه. أوكي. نرمين سامعني؟ ألو؟ أوكي. can you hear me? You went away. سامعني؟
Yes, sorry,
اه
we got disconnected. I'm
اه
back.
it's okay, no problem. ده usual يعني، بس هظبطها أنا في المونتاج. I was asking, you were saying حاجة, there was a personal thing, personal journey. I don't know if you mentioned it ولا لا في الأول.
Oh, no, I didn't. You want me to go into that?
يعني عامة usually زي ما انت قلتي البيرسونال journey هي اللي بيشيب your professional journey، بس if you want to it's okay, if you don't want to then it's up to you
No,
يعني
I'd love to.
يعني no pressure والله, no pressure.
لا لا want me to go ahead and talk, or you want to ask questions and I answer?
لا انا يعني زي ما انت شايفه the questions come by, when you're talking, so انا يعني I wanted to know more about the personal side of Nermeen يعني.
Of course. أنا مش عارفة تحب يعني part of the questions you sent me yesterday فيها
مم.
شوية جزء من ده. بس أنا I'm happy to go ahead and talk about it a bit يعني. If you just ask me the question ما عنديش
Sure, sure.
مشكلة. love to.
المومنت البيفيتال مومنت وين يعني حسيت ان الدنيا خلاص منهارة عندك، عملتي ايه عشان تموتيفيت yourself؟ لان هي بتحصل كتير، بتحصل لي almost on, I'm not gonna say daily basis بس maybe every few weeks بيجي لي كده moment بقول ان البودكاست ده is not doing anything فأنا منهار و I'm not going anywhere, and I usually self-doubt and talk to myself. بعدين بزق نفسي أقول لا، الناس محتاجة تسمع يعني.
Um, I think we all have those moments.
امم
بس أنا يعني one defining moment in my life it was very challenging.
امم
Yeah. I remember that day يعني I had a very important meeting. It
امم
was an EMEA HR meeting, and we
امم
had the global head of HR visiting
امم
and the leadership team.
اوكي.
And you're talking about the global head of HR for 100,000 employees organization, يعني
امم
executive committee.
امم
And we were hosting the meeting in Dubai. So I was basically the host.
اوكي.
So taking care of everything from hotel reservations to organizing the meeting to designing the meeting to speaking on stage, you name it.
امم
And I had to be fully present and everything.
امم
Well, that specific day,
امم
right before the lunch break, I received a call from my dad's doctor.
امم
My dad was visiting Dubai at the moment and he was not feeling well.
اوكي.
He said, you need to come to my clinic urgently and I have the results for your father.
امم امم
I excused myself in the lunch break
امم
in the meeting ورحت and doctor told me your your father has stage 4 lung cancer
امم
and he has 4 months to live.
اوكي.
So you can imagine the impact of that on me.
امم
It was the first day of the meeting.
امم
Um, I broke down crying all the way back to the hotel.
امم
Once I reached the hotel,
امم
I told myself one thing,
امم
like, what's your motto, Nermin?
امم
Never give up.
اوكي.
What do you do now? You need to keep going. Wouldn't that make your dad proud as well? Yes, it would.
امم
There are people who flew all over the world for this meeting, from
امم
all over the world.
امم
Um, what happened to you is definitely heartbreaking now, and it's impacting you, but it's not their fault.
امم
And that meeting needs to go on and go on well.
اوكي.
It was also a transition in my career,
امم
and I was almost uh, checking out those global roles. So it was
امم
the transition between being regional and global.
اوكي.
To live also, have a good
امم
meeting
امم
and leave a good impression.
امم
I wiped my tears, got
امم
up on stage,
امم
delivered the speech.
امم
Meeting ran very well.
امم
And throughout the days of the meeting, I was running this, challenging, high-stake meeting, being fully present
امم
while taking that burden at night.
يس.
Trying to cry in silence so that my parents would not hear it because I didn't even inform them of my father's situation.
اوكي.
And Noah, he had to go back to start treatment in Egypt.
امم.
That was the doctor's advice.
امم.
So until I find the oncologist, and
امم.
until I book the tickets and everything, I didn't want him to know. I wanted him to stay hopeful.
امم.
So you can imagine me after this long day at work, in this meeting, going back home, smiling, bringing cake, watching
امم.
movies, trying to make them feel like everything is okay,
امم.
and carrying that burden. Not even my brother or sister or anyone knew.
Okay.
And
It
then,
must it must be a very tough burden to bear for with an important meeting زي ده يعني بجد I really admire and يعني you're such a strong person, strong woman انك تتحملي كل الحاجات دي لان this is life يعني وده طبيعة الحياة يعني we will always receive unsettling news and it's up to us how we deal with it يعني انا ما بقولش انا ما بقللش من الخبر يعني ده طبعا حاجة صعبة يعني بس you are an amazing individual انك تقدري to overcome such an issue يعني انا ما اعتقدش ان انا اقدر اعمل كده يعني
I think what the sense of accountability,
امم.
this is where accountability and leadership comes in.
امم.
And this is when your purpose here somehow plays a role. Like
امم.
as I, like despite the fact that the doctor said 4 months, my father left us after 3 months.
اوكي.
It was too
اوكي.
short.
yeah.
And then um, it took me a couple of days
امم.
to reflect. And there were days when you don't want to wake up.
طبعا ده اكيد.
But I thought about it,
امم.
and you know, um, you have a family to take care of.
امم.
I've been a single mom for 10 years before
اوكي.
my father passed away, so I had the responsibility of my kids,
امم.
and now I have um, I need to be strong for my mom,
امم.
sister, brother. I'm the eldest.
اوكي. اوكي.
And then I said, your father has been always, my father was a police officer,
امم. امم.
a man of honor, respect, and humility. And
امم.
he taught me a lot.
امم.
He taught me not to give up, stay strong for others around you, even when you are carrying that burden, and to live up to purpose. And my
اوكي.
purpose has always been um, bringing a positive impact to others' lives. And
اوكي.
then I, I decided that yes, my company gave me all the time to grieve, but I
امم.
have accountability towards my colleagues,
امم.
people I impact their lives at work, towards my family.
امم.
I need to pull myself up and continue the journey. And that's what I did. Pain always.
You are يعني a great role model of resilience و overcoming challenges وهو ده اللي احنا بنحاول نقوله يعني على البودكاست ده no matter how funny times بنضحك وكده بس احنا we have to be واقعيين يعني احنا we're living a life and life is not يعني انا دايما بقول لو ربنا كان عايز حياتنا تبقى straight line وكل حاجة تمام كناش هنقعد عايشين على الارض يعني بس هو ربنا بيحطنا على الارض وهو قايل كده ان ده امتحان واللي بينجح في الامتحان هو اللي بيوفركم كل المشاكل وكل الصعوبات في اوقات كويسه في اوقات صعبه يعني it depends on how you overcome the difficult parts يعني في ناس بتقدر في ناس totally don't know how to do that يعني وعشان كده انا لما بسأل دايما السؤال ده آه، الفيلير او الفشل دايما في مصر لسه لحد النهارده بيعتبر حاجه غلط، انك تبقى فاشل. دايما نقول انت فاشل، وكانها شتيمه. ولكن انا دايما بقول ان بيبقى فاشل بيبقى احسن من اللي ما بيبقاش فاشل، لان الفاشل بيتعلم وبياخد درس، ممكن يكون درس قاسي جدا، فبيتعلم وعارف ان هو ما يعملهاش تاني. بس من غير ما هيفشل مش هيعرف. يعني if you go around life without failing then you will not grow يعني. فانت قولي لي one failure حصلت لك يعني you're grateful it happened، والنتيجة بتاعتها كانت something better يعني.
أكيد.
امم.
بس um, يعني أنا for me one thing I say always about failure is word fail itself, it means first attempt in learning. There's
امم.
no such thing as failure.
امم.
And this is why if we go back to what I said earlier, and then you need to create psychologically safe environments and spaces for
امم.
people to learn,
صح.
fail,
امم.
make mistakes so that they could learn from those mistakes.
اوكي.
And that's what makes a good culture. That's part of a good culture. يبقى فيها psychologically safe environment.
امم.
One situation I had that was considered at the time for me, I felt like a complete failure.
امم.
It was early in my career. I was working for a multinational oil and gas company, and this company I admire because it did empower all its employees to any employee, no matter where they sit in the organization, they present their work to the GM
امم.
and the leadership team. ساعتها I was early in my HR career.
امم.
And I convinced my manager, the head of HR, إن احنا نجيب software for a dashboard. We were asked to deliver a dashboard, an HR
امم.
dashboard for the leadership team and the GM. So I
اوكي.
convinced her with the software and we invested money in this.
امم.
And the night before the meeting, uh, somehow something يعني ساعتها ما كانتش لسه دنيا tech advanced like
امم.
today يعني ولا softwares كانت that advanced.
امم.
For some reason it didn't work
اوكي.
and all the information we have input was not working and it was too complex to handle
امم.
وكل حاجة فيه غلط
امم.
I had to present this next morning.
اوكي.
I had two choices at the time يعني either إن أنا أقول this is what happened and there's no presentation أو إن أنا to be creative and take accountability for my wrong decision to buy that software because it was not maybe not a well-studied decision. Maybe I should have explored more options. Maybe I don't know. But يعني I had to take accountability, which is something I do well.
اوكي.
يعني taking accountability and being responsible. So I worked around it all night, creating a dashboard using Excel and
واو.
formulas.
واو.
And graphs. All night I worked on it. I pulled the whole night on that. And the next morning, I presented that dashboard to the GM and the leadership team. And guess what? I was rewarded for that. I got a spot bonus for the initiative, for the
اوكي.
accountability.
اوكي.
And Word somehow became my signature tool. So as I moved to another company in telecoms and other companies, I took this along with me and I, adjusted and tweaked based on the organization needs and language. And I just came as someone ready with a dashboard already that was much appreciated.
واو.
You can
واو.
turn failures into successes And that reminded me, and throughout my life, I mean, that's probably not the only thing, but that's the one that I always remember because
Mm.
it was my very first one.
Definitely an amazing story طبعا انك to be accountable for something like that وتطلعي يعني كسبانه في الاخر يعني هي في الاخر انت كسبانه و you were rewarded ف it's an amazing thing يعني what's one word that best describes you? You already said it, but let me hear it from you. What's one word or one sentence that best describes Nermeen?
Word or sentence?
Ah,
Um, I would say I like the people lazy
you like the
or
people
people
leader,
leader.
people leader, or people lady?
Yeah,
Okay, people
or
leader.
people. Yeah, because I'm always I mean um I'm always the voice of people,
Mm-hmm.
and let me be honest. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is not. I don't mean there's no offense here, but in some companies and in a lot of instances, sometimes HR is not always perceived as the function, the go-to function, or the fun people. It depends on the organization, of course, and how they handle people.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but mm, for you to make people in culture and organ is really about people in culture,
Mm-hmm.
and people would see HR as their or go-to coach, support, uh, guiding light, and they would say, that you changed
Mm-hmm.
how HR is perceived.
Okay.
And HR sometimes people say they think it's about hiring and firing in the
Mm-hmm.
past. They sometimes to take the tough decisions.
Yes.
And
And
even when it comes to tough decisions,
sometimes they're considered the evil department of the company.
exactly. Some people think that, but
Mm.
then it's all about how you lead.
Okay.
It's all
Okay.
about how you empower people.
Mm.
And I think I cannot say that there were no tough decisions.
Yes,
Of course there are tough decisions.
of course. Mm.
Then as long as you take those tough decisions with empathy
Mm.
and with the rightful approach, this is when you are really human. I
Mm.
think that's the
Okay.
difference.
Okay. So
How you
what's your
say.
personal dream or professional dream؟ بتحلمي بإيه؟
Mm. I've dreamed big all my life يا مهند.
Okay.
Well, I've been challenged على فكرة.
Okay.
يعني I've been challenged quite a lot by people around me, including my family always supported me all the way.
Mm.
Let me tell you, I dreamed to become regional. And at the time, being a single mom with a 10 months old kid and 4 years old, my
Mm.
parents said, "Are you sure you're gonna do
Mm.
this travel every 2 weeks, every month?" If it wasn't for their support, of course, and they taking care of my kids while I travel,
Mm.
I wouldn't have done it, but I did it. And
Okay.
then it came the move to Dubai. Are you sure you want to relocate to Dubai with two
Mm.
kids on your own? Yeah. My
Mm.
sister was there to help, but then again, it's always dreaming big, seeing
Mm.
that next step,
Okay.
wanting to achieve it,
Mm.
while everything around you says maybe you cannot do it because it's challenging. But then you leave the comfort zone,
Mm.
and then from regional, global,
مم.
to living now in Dubai 13 years.
اوكي.
And my next dream is to start my own business and be an entrepreneur.
مم. هنشوفك يعني على شارك تانك.
Challenging.
هنشوفك على
I
شارك
don't
تانك.
know.
يا
Um,
ريت يا ريت، انا هشجعك، انا بتفرج عليها يعني heavily، لان part of the podcast، غير ان هي women empowerment. I empower entrepreneurs and I believe in them so much, and يعني I respect them and respect what they're try to do. بالذات في مصر، لان في مصر في افكار كتيرة حلوة they never see the light of day.
yes.
بس وفي افكار طبعا يعني بعيد خالص من التنفيذ يعني. ف it's good to see what people think of and their challenges يعني.
I'm really like I'm really excited as I finish my coaching certificate very soon, hopefully end of August, to
ان شاء
be
الله.
an executive coach, and
اوكي.
then on the side start my own project in Dubai, and
اوكي.
let's see how it goes.
اوكي. I
Maybe
wish
we
you
will meet.
I wish you the best يعني. وبصراحة it was a very culturally intense episode with a lot of
Thank you.
culture issues وكلام كتير عليها. وبصراحة نرمين، انت you are an amazing role model of a single mom, of a career-oriented woman, of a people lady who everyone loves. I'm so glad ان انت يعني نورتينا على البودكاست يعني بصراحة.
It's been my pleasure. ويمكن حاجة أخيرة حابة أقولها to women who are listening
مم.
إنه uh, dream big, own your voice,
مم.
own your journey, and no matter the quiet crying or setbacks, or
مم.
stay resilient and bold and courageous, because good things happen. يعني أنا despite the fact إنه I had a lot of setbacks,
مم.
and I've been a single mom for a long time. And I'm remarried now. I have a very supportive husband,
مم.
a great stepdad, and I enjoyed my career journey
مم.
a lot. I learned a lot. It's just about being you and
Exactly.
being courageous and bold and all.
Exactly. Well, thank you for sharing all those difficult moments and courageous moments you took في الجيرني بتاعتك. ومهم الناس تسمعها، مهم الناس تعرف ان اللي هما بيشوفوه على السوشيال ميديا او بيشوفوه على لينكدين، او الكلام اللي بتكتبيه على بوست، لو بتكتبي بوست او بتطلعي في مجلة او whatever، it is result of hard work, setbacks, failures. مفيش حاجة سهلة في الدنيا. واللي عايز ينجح لازم يشتغل على نفسه، ولازم يعني يزق نفسه ان هو to believe in himself and he can do it or she can do it يعني. nothing is impossible. ده دايما بقول it's just a matter of the mindset over what I can do or what I can't do يعني. Thank you
Yeah,
for being with us يعني. it was a pleasure and an honor.
it's all
شو
mine and the
شكرا لكل الناس اللي بتسمعنا. الأسبوع الجاي إن شاء الله هيبقى معنا ضيف أو ضيفة جديدة برحلة جديدة، فخليكم معانا والسلام عليكم.